Make a new Pokemon for every day according to his calendar. So on day 32, the calendar was Impidimp. So when we spun the wheel, it gave us Mega Evolution. But since Impidimp can't Mega Evolve, we'll Mega Evolve its final evolution, Grimmsnarl. So presenting the terrifying Mega Grimmsnarl, the bulk up Pokemon. A still dark and fairy type with the ability Prankster. Mega Energy has thickened the dark energy hidden within Grimmsnarl. As such, it is more devious than ever before, purposely harming its friends with its dirty pranks. Mega Grimmsnarl is based off of an evil ogre. On day 33, the calendar year was Impidimp. Again, because we got Impidimp on both the 32nd and the 33rd, so I'll be making two forms of Impidimp. With that out of the way, when we spun the wheel, it gave us Future Paradox. So, presenting Iron Surprise, the Paradox Pokemon, a Dark and Steel type with the ability Pork Dry. It resembles an object mentioned in a dubious magazine as an Impidimp for 1 billion years in the future. It hides in its Pokeball-shaped box, launching out at any who try to pick it up. Iron Surprise is based off of a Jack-in-the-Box. So, on day 34, the calendar year of Staravia, when we spun the wheel, it gave us Pass Paradox, which gave us Dino Feathers, the Paradox Pokemon, a fighting flying type, the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature mentioned in a paranormal magazine as a Staravia from 1 billion years ago. It savagely pecks at all who approach its territory. It is thought to have been the ancestor of all bird Pokemon. Dino Feathers is based off of a pterodactyl, and on the idea that birds are descendants of dinosaurs. So on day 35, the calendar year was Bagon, and we spun the wheel, gave us Convergent, which gave us Bagpon, the pot snake Pokemon, a pure ground type, the ability Shed Skin, and the hidden ability Weak Armor. Although it resembles Bagon, Bagpon is an entirely different species. No one knows where the pot of rares originally came from. It bashes at foes with a sturdy pot on its head. The pot of it shatters, it starts weeping. Bagpon is a convergent form of Bagon that is based off of snakes with pots on their heads. Alright, on day 36, the calendar year was Armarouge. When we spun the wheel, it gave us Pass Paradox. So, presenting Fiery Fist, the Paradox Pokemon, a fire rock type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature described in a paranormal magazine as an Armarouge from 1 billion years ago. It hides out upon treetops and cliffs. When it spots its prey, it smashes down with its powerful rocky fists. On day 37, the calendar year was Bonsly, and we spun the wheel, gave us Future Paradox. Presenting the robotic Iron Receiver, the Paradox Pokemon, a rock and electric type with the ability Pork Dry. It resembles an object described in a paranormal magazine as a Bonsly for 1 billion years in the future. It has been observed to receive signals from some unknown source. It can also charge phones. Iron Receiver is based off of electrical transformers. So on day 38, the calendar gave us Haunter, and when we spun the wheel, gave us Pass Paradox. So, presenting the mysterious Strange Stone, the Paradox Pokemon, a ghost and rock type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature described in a dubious magazine as a Haunter from 1 billion years ago. It covers itself with pointy rocks that it uses to jab at its foes. The strange stone that adorns its head is made of an unknown material. Strange Stone is based off of a skeleton. Alright, so on day 39, the calendar year is Snover. When we spun the wheel, it gave us Gigantamax. Presenting the Gigantamax Snover, the Frost Tree Pokemon, Grass and Ice type with the ability Snow Warden and the hidden ability Soundproof. Due to the Gigantamax energy coursing through Snover, it is now taking root, absorbing nutrients from the ground in a matter of seconds. It is said the Pine Needle's Gigantamax Snover drops are bigger than buses. So on day 40, the calendar year is Snover. Again, because we got Snover on both the 39 and the 40th, so I'll be making two forms of Snover. Out of the way, when we spun the wheel, give us Convergent. Presenting the aquatic Squidward, the squid Pokemon, a pure water type with the ability Suction Cups and the hidden ability Telepathy. Although it resembles Snover, Squidward is an entirely different species. Squidward is smart enough to get into anywhere as he wants. However, getting out of there is a different story. Squidward is a convergent form of Snover that is based off of a squid. So on day 41, the calendar year was Fortress. When we spun the wheel, gave us Future Paradox. So, presenting the robotic Iron Shelter, the Paradox Pokemon, a steel electric type with the ability Cork Dry. It resembles an object described in a paranormal magazine as a fortress from 1 billion years in the future. Although it looks like a functionable spaceship, no one has ever been able to get inside. Iron Fortress is based off of a futuristic space pod. And on day 42, the calendar gave us Electros, and we spun the wheel, gave us Gigantamax. Presenting the Gigantamax Electros, the Jellyfish Pokemon, a pure electric type with the ability Levitate. Due to the weight of Gigantamax energy, Electros has been forced back to the ground, yet mysteriously, ground-type attacks still have no effect on it. It tunnels at its foes with an electrifying speed. It can volt charges of 1 million watts. So on day 43, the calendar gave us Fancy. When you spun the wheel, we got Pass Paradox. So presenting the adorable Tiny Tusk, the Paradox Pokemon, a ground fire type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature described in the Paranormal magazine as a Phanpy from 1 billion years ago. It swings its tiny trunk around in an attempt to scare off foes. However, most find this act endearing. Tiny Tusk is based off of whatever Great Tusk is based off of. Okay, so on day 44, the calendar gave us Meow. When you spun the wheel, we got Regional Form. So presenting the electrifying Meow, Regional Form, the Scratch Cat Pokemon, a pure electric type with the abilities Pick Up, Volt Absorb, and the hidden ability Unnerve. This regional form Meow has electrifying swipes of its paws. You annoy this temperamental Pokemon, it'll lash out with an electrifying slash. So on day 45, the calendar gave us Florges. When you spun the wheel, we got Future Paradox. So presenting the futuristic gardener, Iron Florist, the Paradox Pokemon, a fairy grass type with the ability Quark Drive. It resembles an object described in the Paranormal magazine as a Florges from 1 billion years in the future. It appears to have been used as a gardener in the distant future. The flowers in its care always flourish. Iron Florist is basically just a walking futuristic garden. So on day 46, the calendar gave us Gabite, and we spun the wheel, we got Regional Form. So presenting the fantastical Gabite Regional Form, a dragon fairy type with the ability Multiscale and the hidden ability Keen Eye. This regional form of Gabite matches the depiction of dragons from children's stories. It uses its large, powerful wings to soar across the world. Yet for some reason, it has only been found in this region. This regional form of Gabite is based off of Chinese dragons and also fairy tale dragons. And on day 47, the calendar gave us Gabite. Again, because we got Gabite on both the 46th and the 47th. So I'll be making two forms for Gabite. With that out of the way, when we spun the wheel, we got Convergent. So presenting the creepy crawly Gabba, the insect Pokemon. A pure bug type with the ability Compound Highs and the hidden ability Swarm. Well, looks like Gabite. Gabug is an entirely different species. It hops from tree to tree, slashing its sharp mandibles at a smaller bug Pokemon. Gabug is the convergent form of Gabite that is based off of bugs. So on day 48, the calendar gave us Masquerain. When we spun the wheel, we got Mega Evolution. So presented Mega Masquerain, the eyeball Pokemon, a bug flying type with the ability Intimidate. It appears that Mega Masquerain's eyes have absorbed all the pain Mega Evolution causes, allowing Mega Masquerain to go pain-free. It uses its many patterns along its wings to confuse its foes. If it fails, then Mega Masquerain will go on the offensive. So on day 49, the calendar gave us Slacking. When we spun the wheel, we got Mega Evolution again. So before we get started, I want to warn you that this one is really bad, but don't worry, tomorrow's is the best one yet. So on that ominous note, presenting the ugly Mega Slacking, the lazy Pokemon, a normal grass type with the ability Overgrow. Mega Evolution has caused seeds that were stuck in this Pokemon's fur to grow into a moss that protects Slacking from most attacks. Although it has a very calm demeanor, if you wake it while it's meditating, it will lash out at you. Mega Slacking is based on how sloths grow moss in their fur. Alright, so on day 50, the calendar goes to Umbreon. When you spun the wheel, you'll get Gigantamax. So presenting the Gigantamax Umbreon, the Moonlight Pokemon, a pure dark type with the ability Synchronize and the hidden ability Inner Focus. Gigantamax Energy has turned Umbreon's composition to be almost identical to the night sky. When it leaps upon its foes, it looks like the night sky is descending upon them. In ancient folklore, this Pokemon is revered as the guardian of the night. Alright, so on day 51, the calendar is Rakshish, and when we spin the wheel, we get Pass Paradox. So presenting the Nation Blinding Brute, the Paradox Pokemon, a psychic rock type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature mentioned in a Paranormal magazine as a Brakshish from 1 billion years ago. It tries to lure foes in with its colorful patterns, but the patterns are too dull to attract any prey, so it usually has to resort to its psychic power. So on day 52, the calendar is Cryogonal. When we spun the wheel, we got Pass Paradox. So presenting the Freezing Mask, the Paradox Pokemon, a nice rock type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature described in a dubious magazine as a Cryogonal from 1 billion years ago. Its strange face seems to be a result of small rocks freezing to its face. So on day 53, the calendar is Dedenne, and when we spun the wheel, we got Pass Paradox for the third time. So presenting the fearsome Primitive Spark, the Paradox Pokemon, an electric dark type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature mentioned in a Paranormal magazine as a Dedenne from 1 million years ago. Its stabs at any who come near it with its jagged tail. Although it is tiny, do not be deceived. It can electrocute over 1,500 volts in a single spark. Pyramid of Spark is based off of saber-toothed tigers and a bit off a spear. So on day 54, the counter gives Dedenne again, because we get Dedenne in both the 53rd and the 54th. So I'll be making 2 forms for Dedenne. With that, when we spun the wheel, we got Gigantamax. Presenting the huge and adorable Gigantamax Dedenne, the Atenna Pokemon. Electric Fairy type, the abilities Cheek Pouch, Pickup, and the Hidden ability, Plus. The power of Gigantamax energy has now amplified Dedenne's sparks with gigantic thunderstorms. It still tries to nuzzle up against the trainer, but will often accidentally electrocute them. So on day 55, the counter goes Bronzong, and you spun the wheel, we got Convergent. So prepare to face the invasive Thornzong, the false spell Pokemon. A grass and steel type, the abilities Weak Armor, Heat Proof, and the hidden ability Heavy Metal. Although it resembles Bronzong, Thornzong is an entirely different species. It's thought that Thornzong is not the metal bell, but instead the vines cover in the bell. Thornzong is based off of ancient artifacts having moss and stuff on them. So on day 56, the counter is Applin, and we spun the wheel, we got Pass, Paradox. Prepare to face the hungry Carnivorous Worm, the Paradox Pokemon. A dragon bug type, the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature described in a half-eaten magazine as an Applin 1 billion years ago. Half-eaten ancient documents talk about how this creature was originally an Applin, but ate so much it grew to gargantuan sizes. Carnivorous Worm is based off of Applin's appleless form. Alright, so on day 57, the calendar gives Salazzle, and when you spun the wheel, we got Regional Form. Presenting the beauty of the sea, Salazzle, Regional Form, the Mermaid Pokemon. A water fairy type with the ability Cute Charm and the hidden ability Oblivious. In the region where this form of Salazzle originates from, it is rarely seen, as Salandit are too busy focusing on themselves to notice Salazzle, so they infatuate other Pokemon instead. It doesn't always succeed though. This regional form of Salazzle is based off of mermaids. Alright, so on day 58, the calendar year is Palossand, and we spun the wheel, we got Mega Evolution! Presenting the Tauren, get it? Mega Palossand, the Sandcastle Pokemon. The ground ghost type with the ability Water Compaction. Mega Energy has caused Palossand's ghostly powers to spread forth, causing it to levitate in the air. Some stories say Palossand can only Mega Evolve after it has possessed millions of people build it to its tower and height. So on day 59, the calendar year is Quaquaval, and when we spun the wheel, we got Regional Form. So presenting the Fiery Dancer, Quaquaval, Regional Form, the Fiery Dancer Pokemon. The Fire Rock type with the ability of Blaze and the hidden ability Moxie. This form of Quaquaval developed fiery dance moves due to the gems that adorn its body. It often fights with Paldean Quaquaval in dance battle. Also, it's shiny and pretty, am I right? Make sure to comment down below who your favorite was this month, and I'll see you again next month. Bye!